Moving on, viewers, just few weeks after taking over the premiership from Justin Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has called for snap elections in the country. And the Prime Minister's announcement comes after his meeting with Canadian premiers on Friday. And the election is scheduled to take place on the 28th of April. Take a look. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced for snap elections on 28th April. This comes after Carney held meetings with the various premiers ahead of the announcement. The Canadian Prime Minister is also simultaneously launching his campaign with a strong message committing to fight US tariffs.
I'm asking Canadians for a strong, positive mandate to deal with President Trump and to build a new Canadian economy that works for everyone. Because I know we need change. Big change. Positive change. You see, my generation was fortunate. For us, there were more opportunities and life was more affordable. You had to work hard, but you could get ahead. That was the bargain. But for the generations that have followed, they're working just as hard or even harder than we did. But they're struggling to pay the rent, to put groceries on the table, and to save for their kids' educations.
The elections also come amid the backdrop of mounting trade tensions with neighboring US. President Donald Trump has imposed tariffs on Canadian products. He has even called on Canada to be the 51st state of the US.
And remember, with Canada, we don't need their cars, we don't need their lumber, we don't need their energy, we don't need anything from Canada. And yet it costs us $200 billion a year in subsidy to keep Canada afloat. So when I say they should be a state, I mean that. I really mean that. Because we can't be expected to carry a country that is right next to us on our border.
Canada, in return, imposed tariffs on US products. As elections approach, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre launched his campaign.
We're happy to be here to launch our campaign to restore Canada's promise, and to do it on this very beautiful day. Today, the Liberals are asking for a fourth term in power, after swapping Justin Trudeau for his economic advisor and hand-picked successor, Mark Carney.
Carney has framed elections as one of the most consequential in recent history, citing trade war with the US as a threat to Canadian sovereignty.
We are facing the most significant crisis of our lifetimes because of President Trump's unjustified trade actions and his threats to our sovereignty. Our response must be to build a strong economy and a more secure Canada. President Trump claims that Canada isn't a real country. He wants to break us so America can own us. We will not let that happen.
Running from Ottawa, Carney has pledged to support farmers and businesses.